All right, welcome to this week's episode of Drink of Ages Radio Show. I'm John Denman, Tom Painter. Woohoo! DJ Muskratch over there.
Yeah.
He's nodding. We were supposed to mic you up today. I forgot all about it. All right, we gotta get Muskratch on there. Muskratch, he likes to, he always throws in some great commentary from the side, and it'd be great. It's like, man, we need to mic you up so you can fill in some of this
only
stuff.
about like 25 minutes in. Like once those beers start hitting them,
it's like the third beer in.
Like we get to like fun fact.
And then he starts asking great questions. It's like, man, that's a great question. But we are here at Megaton Brewery.
I'm Jered.
And I'm Chris.
Hey.
Jered Montgomery. Chris Sarvadi. Hanging out.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us out. Place is a really badass spot.
Thank you.
Like what you guys have done with the place.
A lot of work.
Yeah, a little
appreciate it.
COVID expansion.
Yeah,
we
that's
can
right.
call it. We got a new stage
Yeah,
ready
you
to
should
go.
come check it out. Yeah, more space for the music.
That is one thing that when you guys opened up, I guess it was getting close about 2 years ago. And it came in, and you had saw the steampunk stuff and all the metal everywhere, and the lights are set a certain way and everything. I was like, man, this place has a nice little vibe to it. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
And then you just added, I don't know how many more square footage over here during COVID, and that's where your bands play.
That's right, about 2,500.
That's where you got a lot of room to dance around. Break dance competition Thursday nights.
Yeah,
That's
we've been
right.
talking to DJ Muskratch over there about a little numbers night coming up.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, I don't know if I oh, numbers.
Fun is coming.
Wait.
Fun is coming, guys.
What year are we talking about? Numbers. When
We're gonna go by the decade.
Yeah,
vaguely
we're going-
remember 1989. That was a pretty good year.
You're selling Molly in the parking lot. That'd be great. The place is awesome. The lights are fantastic. And as a video game fan myself, I'm loving all the Fallout vibes going on in here.
We do love the games. New Xboxes and old school arcade games.
Well, I see you got 4 screens over there, like lower with controllers, which is perfect for beer, for quality gaming. That with every beer either gets better or gets way worse.
Yeah, everything's set up for Warzone, so get your guys
Yeah.
out here, get your quads going, and play some Battle Royale.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better. And so some of our employees here play. They're very serious gamers, and I suck a lot. And so I'm trying to improve and not to embarrass myself.
But he is the most entertaining to watch. It's like hands down. Let's put a camera up there. I want to stream him, just him.
That would be some of
So
the
much fun.
choice words.
There was a few years ago I tried to get John in the game, and I forget what you got, like Assassin's Creed or you got one of those games.
I don't know. Kelly, she bought me whatever the latest PlayStation or Xbox.
yeah.
Xbox, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were trying to kill a cow for like an hour or something. I was like, John, you're doing this wrong.
I was like, I had fun. It kept me entertained. I'm just like, hey, there's a cow.
This
Let's
is
go
not the
take care of
purpose
that
of
cow.
the game, John.
Well, I mean, it worked for me. I don't know how many points I got, but
There were no points. It wasn't a point system.
I
playing
played it
Goat
for
Simulator?
days. It's like 3 days later, I'm still wearing the same shorts, still trying to kill the same cow.
It's
It's
time
like,
to
this is
bathe,
how you
John.
game, right? We're gaming. No, John, you're not a gamer, man. You're just lazy. You need to learn how to use the controllers.
That's the toughest part is, when you're cut on the joystick and the Pong knob, and then when people who grew up with ABXY and a standard controller, they just cut their teeth on that as children. And I, of course, didn't do that. So it's a little bit of a learning curve getting used to that, honestly. I'm old.
Yeah, it's when you have to use at least 8 fingers to make something happen.
Right.
It is strange.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But yeah, I enjoy playing games. Yeah, and I don't even mind somebody sitting there playing. I'll kick back and watch them, and hang out and watch people play games.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like watching someone play a movie at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's true.
pretty
It's a
amazing.
new phenomenon. I mean, it's been crazy how many people just sit back and watch people stream.
Yeah.
And those people that are doing it, because I walk in and I see my kid, they're streaming, just watching somebody play a video game, and they're like, yeah, this guy made like $8 million today by streaming.
Yeah.
Just something.
It's like,
People are
whoa.
sending him money. And
It's like tipping
A
on
lot
this.
of money.
Yes, and a lot of like their parents' money. They're sending a lot of their parents' money to these people.
Well, that's your perspective.
Hey,
Joe.
our own employees do it. Okay, you know.
Okay.
No, we have a streaming employee,
Yeah.
and he plays all the time, and I don't know what's his streaming name.
Yeah, Skippy Gaming.
Yeah, whoa there, Skippy.
Yep.
And you can follow him, and he plays Warzone and all of this, and that's it's now a spectator sport in a way, where people watch him play, and they do with others. What is it, Dr. Disrespect?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
And so it took me a little bit to understand that. I'm not generationally, I just didn't get it at first. And now, as complex as the games are, to watch someone else walk through all the features and things and how to, improve your gameplay, that's really what it's about.
I mean, where was that when Asteroids was around?
Yeah.
No, there was
trying
none
to
of
figure
that.
out the best way for Donkey Kong.
There was the reset button.
Yep. Yeah, we've actually been playing with another guy. His name's Turner's Edge. He comes in here all the time. He's a big fan of the brewery.
Yeah.
And Max and I and Colin, we all play. We want to get Jered on there and Caleb, because Caleb's really kicking butt right now in Call of Duty. So
We're all learning to suck less.
suck less. Yes, that's the.
Yeah, it would be fun. And one day I will sit down and actually learn how to work the controllers and everything. But I like when I walk into my kid's room and he's like speed running Mario. I'm like, all right, I'll do that. Let's see how fast we can get through Mario.
Yeah, let me go get that magic flute real quick.
But if you are a gamer, I think this is a brewery for you. You can come here and enjoy some old school arcade, and we have, like, for the fan boy and all of us, we have the Marvel versus Capcom cabinet and all the Xbox that you can eat, and so it's a lot of fun, gaming and adult gaming and drinking environment here.
Yeah, with a pool table.
Yeah.
And a shuffleboard table.
And shuffleboard.
And the beers are delicious.
yes, and
They're, John and I were at New Magnolia last week, and they make delicious beers.
Yes,
but
they
they
do.
also, for my palate, they were just a little low in the ABV scale. The
We don't have that problem.
our name's
no,
Megaton. So
immediately I was like, oh. I mean, but there are no low ABV beers. I was
Let's
like,
start
guys,
off
is there any
light, the
compromise?
first segment.
it's like the light beers in the fermenter. It's like
Yeah, we do. We do have some light beers in the fermenter, so some lower, in the 5s, not in the 8s. Coming up soon, as the weather warms.
Yeah, and it's a good idea.
We got to take a break, yeah.
It's the high ABV beers. I mean, they're. I mean, I don't know. That's typically what I go for. It's I look at this. I try to aim for the 6.5% to 9% range. That's where you get a lot of flavor. So.
Yeah, I like to sit in that 5.5 to 6.5 if I'm gonna sit anywhere, right?
Right.
Like I can do one of these every so often, but then second I go into that 7 territory, it's like you're going on a road trip.
yeah.
Not to a great destination either.
Because you're like 2 beers away from I see that peanut butter beer like on tap and that looks delicious. Also, it's like 8.5% or something.
8.8.
So be on your way.
It will help you on the way.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Then you wake up in New Orleans, and ready to have some more
Well,
fun.
we have on our menu. You can, ease in. Mass appeal is number 1 on our menu. It's in the name. It's accessible. 5.7. It's not going to hurt you. It resembles a lot of beer you've had before.
Show me the beers that will hurt you.
And
show me where they hurt you on the dog.
Yes. It's and then we have that. It's,
Only when you wake up in the bathtub of ice.
Yeah, it's called Bunker Buster. It will do the job.
for sure.
John's like 2 bunker busters.
All right, let's go ahead and get some bunker busters.
Yeah, where's the unexploded ordnance? Give me that.
Yeah.
That's what I was just reading that one.
Yeah.
Unexploded ordnance.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll make our way through a lot of these during the show. At the moment, I am having with the atomic chariot.
Yes. Yeah. That's brewed with local honey, local bee hive owner, and brings all the locally grown honey to us. And then that is fermented with champagne yeast also. It is delicious, 7.2, so that's right in the wheelhouse.
It's nice because the champagne yeast will sometimes dry things out too much, but with that honey, it doesn't do that.
It
It still keeps a
balances.
nice little nice body to it.
I think so. I think it's delicious.
It was good. What's the ABV on this one?
7.2.
All right, so just
I'm
about
drinking a
right for the first
Stellarator.
segment.
It's like 8.4. So
8.4. That's
And the good thing is that you know,
and Simcoe Nipa, and that's
Does not stand our menu long.
it doesn't, and we put it in little cups, little glasses, so that you can have several. You don't,
it's delicious, and a testament to I will drink anything that's just handed to me.
That's good.
That's how I've been roofied so many
Yes,
times.
yes. Go ahead and drink it.
you told me to put that in your drink, Tom. Come on.
It's true.
All right, let's take a break and get some refills here. We are hanging out at Megaton Brewery. This is Drink of Ages here on ESPN 97.5. We'll be right back.
Fun.
Oh yes.
Going
Peanut
on
butter
a trip
bunker buster.
far away.
It is the peanut butter bunker bus.
New Magnolia Brewing. Man, we were just there last week doing the show. Great beers. Big outdoor area. Dog and kid friendly, plus tasty pizza and pretzels. They're making a whole lot of different beers, from an award-winning American light lager to a Polish smoked wheat ale. One of the few tap rooms that is open 7 days a week, with industry night every Monday. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook at New Magnolia Brewing for special releases that happen every Thursday and Friday. Weekends are a great time to check out Megaton Brewing in Kingwood. Jered, Chris, and the gang have created a badass place to kick back and enjoy a few beers. Big stouts, approachable sours, and plenty of hoppy brews are on tap at Megaton. Lots of space to hold your birthday party, corporate outing, or any event in one of the most unique tap rooms in the Houston area. Check them out on social media for their concert and event schedule. Megaton Brewery. Hope to see everyone at the vault. Key T Wellness, our friends down in Dickinson, is where you need to go if you're feeling sluggish, non-energetic, and non-motivated, not just when you're hungover. Get to know your numbers. As we get a little older, our hormone levels change, men and women. Key T Wellness can help. Weight loss, hormone optimization, low testosterone, B12, Botox, and more. Stop in and tell them that you heard it on Drink of Ages and get a free B12 shot. KeyTWellness.com. Why not feel your best again? KeyTWellness.com. Enjoying tonight's show? Have a vision you need to make a reality? Reach out to Hell and High Water Productions. I did. Jason and the crew produce each Drink of Ages YouTube show. Corporate events, concerts, commercials, live streams, they have the skill and technology to make it happen. Come Hell and High Water, they are here to serve you. Give them a call at 832-356-9701. We are here at Megaton Brewery. You're listening to Drink of Ages radio show here on ESPN 97.5. John Denman, Tom Painter, TJ Muskratch,
Jered
Montgomery, Chris Sarvadi.
That's me.
Hey.
That was quite the extended break we just took.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a 2-beer break.
That was a 2-beer break.
It was.
Two-beer
Now, if
minimum.
you're listening to it on the radio, you didn't notice because, there was a few commercials and we're back on.
The magic of radio.
The magic of the radio. But
But everyone's a little louder, a little faster,
Everybody-
a little ready to go.
Yeah.
right? But if you're watching the video on YouTube, and you can go to Drink of Ages, our YouTube channel, and watch all these shows and what we're doing, you see that we are actually sitting around drinking a lot of beer.
Uh-huh.
And thanks to Jason Esparza, Hell and High Water Productions. But yeah, if you want to watch any of our, what show is this, Tom, that we came back on? Is this 4?
This is 4.
Yeah, so we have the last 4, this show, and the others will be on our YouTube channel, Drink of Ages, and you can go back and watch and see the beers that we're talking about, and watch us slowly creep further down in our chairs
Awesome.
as the show goes on.
Yeah, we kicked off the new year at Valencin's, and then to our friends at True Anomaly, and then to New Magnolia, and now finally to here.
It's a Megaton.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Really love it.
Well, it's always a good time up here, and I'm usually up here when you're not open.
Mm-hmm.
And the times I have been here when you were open pre-COVID.
Sure. Yeah,
Pre-COVID.
different days, yeah.
You guys are packing it in.
Oh, yes. Live music, food trucking and live music every weekend. And just like we were talking about during the break, it's getting back to normal, where things are now, more in the norm of those pre-COVID days. And we're really loving that. That's a good feeling. That feels good. The regulars are back, and the band you had booked before is back, and the food truck is back. And So we feel, hey man, we're back. So that's a good feeling, good vibes.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how quickly COVID went away in everybody's mind.
It only took 1 year.
It only took 1 year. But it is. I know, like, No Label, you guys had a big weekend. A lot of people packed in.
Well, I mean, you and me, John, we kind of had so Friday night we had our Don Jalapeno release, which was great, and people were packed in. And then Saturday, ran over to SPINDLETAP for the Lost.
Lost is Not Alone. Yeah,
Lost
release.
Not Alone release. Yeah, and then which was great. You had HTX Market out there, vendors, oh my, and then Sunday, I'm part of the running community. We actually had a live run with people in Pearland, and then went over to Valencins, and it's like people are coming out again. As more people have vaccines, more people are getting comfortable, more people are coming out, and people are ready for it.
They are.
And I think about those bands you were talking about that are playing here, those guys were just sitting on their thumbs for a year. Now to come back out, come to this brewery to drink this delicious 8.8% peanut butter stout. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, we keep running out of that one, and we keep having to remake it. Almost every weekend, they're always like, "Where's peanut butter?" Sorry.
We will brew more.
Well, I love that these are all Fallout video game terms, and we were talking during the break. And I was like, "Where's Deathclaw? Where's all this stuff?" And
Deathclaw's coming.
And then John's like, "What are you guys talking about?"
I'm like, Deathclaw sounds like a great name.
Yeah,
I don't know what it means.
Yes, power armor and all that. So we're science fiction nerds, as you can tell if you're watching the video. We've got this awesome, Star Wars Fallout helmet on the table in front of us. So one of one came from Russia. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a custom
thing, and it's kind of what we're all about.
We have a lot of memorabilia here, so when you do come and visit, we have friends that bring us things, or we, acquire different things, and so it's a kind of a toy game land kind of a environment here. Cool vibes, people love it. Come and play games on the Xbox or old school, arcade games, and that's kind of where I got cut into this. Like growing up, a child of the '80s, my uncle had an arcade growing up, so that fistful of quarters was my first babysitter, and so we're reliving some of that here in the tap room. So all the zombies you can kill.
Yes, and we do not take caps. Just to let y'all know.
Yeah,
we
don't
bring in caps.
That is
thinking
not
we're gonna buy
currency.
beer.
Bottle caps are not currency. Stop it.
That's also a Fallout reference.
Don't do it.
It's happened before.
You that one dude.
Yes.
And that was it. Yeah.
And it was like 1,000 caps. So
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, for something like that, you have to at least give him a beer.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He was pretty stoked. He was like, "Oh my gosh, do y'all take caps?"
Yes.
I was like, "For you, yes."
And do not tell your friends.
yes.
But that would be great for an event, though, right? If you
Yeah.
had an anniversary event or something, if you had a cap and you had your logo printed on it,
Sure.
and had that as a beer token, I'm just giving away this marketing.
Yeah.
Just giving it away. Take
Oh,
it.
Okay, I'm stealing that marketing idea
Thank
right
you,
now.
Tom.
It's
Yes.
getting written.
Writing that down.
I love it. I love all this stuff. I'm like to have all that the props and all those things on the tables, and it's just you kind of want to it makes you feel like a kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or it makes me
Maybe
wanna
I've
go
been
home
watching the wrong videos, but I feel like dressing up in cosplay. and
We have had that here.
Oh, they come here all the time.
We've got one guy who loves to come in here. He brought in a mini nuke launcher that he made from the game and let me take pictures of it. And
That's awesome.
And they spend many hours and a lot of money making their outfits and all the things, and you just have to respect the amount of time and effort and detail that goes into that. And they respect the time and effort and detail that we put into our tap room. So much love. We really do love that.
Remember coming in here when you guys got the air condition turned on,
Yes.
and that was a really good day up here.
Yeah.
Yes.
In August or whenever, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
And right where Jason and DJ Muskrat, where they're sitting, that air just blast you. It's not, you go to places and it's all, just a bunch of different vents and stuff blowing down, so it just cools down the place. It's no, you get in the right spot here.
Yeah.
It's like an Arctic front coming through.
yes.
We're getting another AC actually. We're going to do more of this, and the expectation is that we're going to have air conditioning. Not every place has AC, but we certainly do. And with our expanded tap room, it just creates more place for hot air. And the summer is coming, so there's no way around it. And so we're gonna get prepared no matter what. That's an important thing.
Summer is coming.
Summer is coming.
Forget winter. It's
That
summer
should be.
now.
That's another T-shirt for you.
Yeah.
Well, it's like winter is not coming.
Yeah, winter was like a week.
Yeah.
And now we're.
What is the temperature of a nuclear blast? That's the summer.
Yeah, that's the summer permanent suntan.
Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Well, we survived the freeze. A lot of places had some trouble. So did we. All right, so we had some.
Yeah, you guys had your big water tank out there.
Yeah, that was frozen, and even in my house, a lot of people, it was just tough. But we emptied all the water lines here, so like in the brewery proper, we didn't have that issue. But gosh, so many places, and you just got to feel for people. Just their whole house explodes, and water everywhere, and all of that. So we've been living that at my personal home, the same thing, and so we've been trying to help people out where we can. Beer helps, but it doesn't do everything.
It does a lot.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does a lot.
Yeah, but it doesn't affect your homeowner's insurance. Yeah.
I don't know. How much beer did you give your agent?
Yeah, they're
Just
right.
had a little slide in the bag. But come on, man. I do need new pipes.
But thanks for loving the beers. John is enjoying our Stellarator, and so that's our 8.4% NEPA. Lots of Simcoe going on there, and Citra. And then we've been enjoying some of our sours. We have Punchy with Hawaiian Punch, and then one that is a pomegranate blueberry juice sour.
Both of those were good.
Yeah, thank you.
The pomegranate one is just fantastic. I mean, it's so you can just knock them back so easily.
Right, it's deceptive, truly.
And again, you look at this beer wall, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a good time.
That's yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I like that John has this very light 8.4% NEPA, which I
Yeah.
just had.
It's
And
very
now I've moved
easy,
on to
very
the
light.
slightly higher 8.8%. But the range,
Yes. This wide range of 1%.
You know what? I'm only going to have a couple. Let me
Yeah.
get that 8.4.
It
Yeah.
would have been nice to have Cold Fusion, but that sold out real quick.
Yeah, we had another NEPA that's out and some other things, but that's part of our menu offering is that there will be something off the menu that was here before, and there'll be something new on the menu that you haven't had before. So we will delight and disappoint in that way every time you visit.
But you said Mass Appeal is the #1 selling beer by.
Mass Appeal is our, I would say, entry level.
Yeah.
So when you come here and you kind of start off somewhere, you're going to know what that is. And even if you were dragged here by someone who really loves beer and you're what we call a +1, you're really not into beer, you'll drink one, and craft beer and all the other stouts and things that we brew is just really not your jam. That Mass Appeal on our menu is not going to scare you. It's crushable. Don't worry. And then we also do wine and cider and other things for people who.
There's also Diet Coke in the fridge. So.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
If you must have a Diet Coke, we'll give you one of those too.
speaking of
worst
wine, we
drink ever.
just teamed up with a winery out in Fredericksburg called Coolman Cellars.
Yeah.
So we got 2 wines coming up on tap this weekend.
Yeah. Putting on tap.
Yeah.
I'm going
On
to try
tap.
do some tap
Yep.
wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do on tap. We have our nitro regulator and Chris just went out there and visited with them, and we've got it in the cold room ready
Yep.
for service.
Sounds like you need to make some sangria.
And so
Good.
yes.
Then I'll come back. No, I'm just joking.
That's all it takes.
It's
Yeah.
a little
Sangrias will be on the
sangria.
table tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then maybe you get your hands on some of their barrels.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Jerry Jeff Walker song.
Yes. Yes.
That sounds fun.
So it'll be a rosé and a Texas red. So be good stuff.
All right.
All right, let's take another break because Chris and I are out of beer.
Yes.
And we get back, we'll talk more with Megaton Brewery. This is Drink of Ages. Stay tuned. You may have noticed there have been quite a few changes at No Label, and they are steadily pumping out tasty brews. With their new head brewer, Trailer, bringing in his West Coast brewing skills, taps have been flowing with lots of hoppy deliciousness like Cali Boy West Coast IPA. I'm real excited about what they're doing on the west side. Tap room is open 7 days a week, very family and dog friendly. Make the short trip to Katy and see what is happening at No Label. Follow them on social media for events and beer releases. No Label Brewing Company. Good Grief is a special bottle release for a Hill Country collab with Roughhouse Brewing, Jester King, Oddwood Ales, Lazarus, and our friends at True Anomaly. This sour, fruited, dark strong ale is a blended food or beer reformulated on black currants and aged in Balconia's whiskey barrels. A portion of each bottle sold goes to benefit the first responders' first fund to help support healthcare workers. Don't miss out on trivia every Tuesday in the tap room. Starts at 7:30. Book the barrel room for your next special event. Go to trueanomalybrewing.com for more info. Lots of exciting things happening at Valentin's Brewery in Pearland. First, excellent beers on tap brewed by Val and the gang. And second is a taproom expansion and a new brew house going in, making Valentin's even more badass. Open Friday through Sunday. Stop in and try the Pineapple Craze. This beer is a hazy raw ale based off traditional Eastern European style of brewing with no boil. I mean, they are making some very interesting things. Follow them on social media for updates. I will see you there for a pint.
Hey, this is Blake Harris, the general manager at Rudyard's British Pub. Just want to invite you guys out to our Thursday night steak and pint night. $25 for a 16-ounce New York strip, party potatoes, Caesar salad, and a free pint. As well, starting at 7 o'clock, we've got $4 pints all night long. Right now, we're doing about 20 on draft, and in the near future, we will be increasing that number. So come check us out. We're at 2010 Wall Drive in Montrose.
All right, we're back. This is Drink of Ages Radio Show here on ESPN 97.5, hanging out at Megaton Brewery. Jered.
Hello.
Chris.
Hello.
Tom.
Hey, John.
All right, we're all here.
More
All right.
fun as we go along.
We made it back. We made it back to the table.
I'm drinking
for the
this
third
Massive
segment.
Peel. It is delicious.
I'm drinking some Massive Peel as well, and it is
it's
really
called
good.
Interval drinking.
Easing in.
What interval is this? 'Cause
Interval training.
Break
you
number
know.
6.
This is
and a half.
this is the low interval.
Yeah.
This is the lowest you could get. And it's
Yeah.
like- and it's 5.7.
this is when,
It's delicious, though.
I always like to climb the mountain first,
Yeah.
and then work my way down,
That's it.
and then just another quick peek at the end.
Easing in. Yes.
Well, you get to climb up and then
Yeah.
climb down because if you keep going, you just tumble.
You just fall.
And it's like,
on
woo!
your
Start
face.
rolling.
And the Belgian Pale is for everyone and easily consumed. And like we were talking about earlier, when it gets 105 outside, that we sell
man,
a lot
that's
of
coming
that.
up, too.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately.
Just right around the corner from that, and so that's definitely our. It's hot as hell outside beer, for sure.
Yeah, I don't really mind the heat so much. I've learned to actually appreciate it, but also don't ever wear pants. But if I had to wear pants, then I
Yes.
probably would not appreciate it nearly as much.
I kind of like the whole life philosophy of no pants. I approve.
It's done me well for a lot of years,
like, what is that?
and
Yeah, there's a wide shot, so we all have pants
Yes,
on.
yes.
Just
That's why I'm angled a certain way.
Again,
if you're watching the video,
gosh.
what was Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, where apparently it was Harrison Ford and Sean Connery did that whole scene in the blimp not wearing pants. That's just,
I don't know.
speaking of some nerd trivia,
Or
right
I hold
there.
my whip.
Yes.
I have no idea.
You just asked me to hold your whip.
that was pre-Zoom calls. I'm impressed, with those guys.
Zoom calls.
Those were fun in the beginning of COVID. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I drank way more whiskey and tequila than I ever have in my whole life. Well, maybe not my whole life, but more than lately. It was because we're sitting around like, hey man, let's get together, get on a Zoom call, see what's going on, friends. That
Sure.
we weren't hanging out with. Then all of a sudden it's like, it'd be fun. Let's do a shot. It's like, yeah, let's do a shot. And then the bottles.
There was a lot. I mean, it was just a weird time because like you're kind of stuck in your zones. Like I know, I mean, I would still see you because it'd be like, it's like we can't go anywhere, but we can go to SPINDLETAP or we go to No Label or to each other's houses, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But everyone else though,
Maintain the small group.
Yeah, so you'd be seeing the same people in the same places, but you
Sure.
wouldn't see anyone else. So you go on these Zoom calls with people, and immediately it was like, it's 10 a.m. Want to have a beer? Like, what else are you gonna do? I mean, like in a weird way, because like
With your new background.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm always the one like, no video. You're not going to see me, sorry.
I wish I didn't really spend that much time trying to put in new backgrounds, but I wish I would have, right? Because there's a lot of different places that I would have loved to have been in my background. That, we can't really talk about on the radio or in the video, but just to be like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like what is behind you? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not looking.
Yeah,
I know.
it's like virtual reality.
It was like one night, John and I were like FaceTiming each other, and then like we were drunk as shit. And then like John we had he had to find a cord because he's like, I'm losing power. And I was like, oh, we can just call it. No, I'm still drinking. Hold on,
You gotta find a charger for the laptop.
And Kelly's like, what's going on? I'm drinking with Tom. What? He's here?
Yeah, right
Again.
there. On that screen, the green light's on.
Yeah, and John's just placing me around his kitchen.
Well, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm making quesadillas.
Yeah, that's the best time to make quesadillas.
But there was a lot of that, especially in that summer of COVID, of like really, as people involved in the brewing industry, there's so much uncertainty created so much stress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that stress led to a lot of late night conversations about whatever the hell. Booze was a flying, and also not being able to connect to people was creating its own emotional nuclear bomb.
It's isolating.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
And all this product that's just sitting around, not drinking itself.
I never felt isolated because I had Jered. Talks my arm off every
That's
day.
because I don't shut up.
well,
I could sit there and we could have a conversation for hours.
I was never alone.
Nope. I learned a lot of new words.
They all start with F.
Some of them you're questioning was that English?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, what's
Highly
the
inappropriate.
origin of that word?
Yes.
He would give it. He'd use it in a sentence and give the definition.
That's
It was
right.
Amazing.
Spelling bee for inappropriate speech.
maybe you need to have like an adult spelling bee up here.
That's it. An adult. Yes.
Adult spelling
And you're the
bee.
host.
Yes.
I
Done.
will host that.
That's actually a great event idea.
Yeah. I mean, I am the 5th grade Aldi Independent School District 2nd place spelling bee champion.
I see.
Back to back.
Yeah, so I feel like I've earned that right to earn the adult spelling bee.
That's
All right, coming
wonderful.
summer 2021.
Yes.
DOA.
I will put together the words.
Yeah,
I've got some words, guys. We can do this.
Yeah.
C-
I mean, how do you spell geriatric?
That's not hard.
It's just you just couldn't air on ESPN and be like, let's begin the spelling bee, and it's and then and that concludes the spelling
Yeah,
bee.
that was the spelling bee.
Everyone loses. Sorry.
We are going to
a lot of
delay this
beeps.
program.
You got to go to YouTube to watch it or the other dark
Yeah.
places on the web for the podcast.
Yes,
So,
you will have to sign in to YouTube.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
free YouTube.
age restriction.
Yep.
Age restriction, no
Yes.
advertised dollars to be had because waived.
In case you're
Demonetized.
Nobody
YouTube
wants to be
waiver.
part of this one.
No, it's the dark spot of YouTube.
I love this show.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's set that up. Adult spelling bee.
That'd be fun.
I'm down.
All right.
Do
You
it.
guys got the space for it, that's for sure.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
ready for it.
And you can put the words people could be facing us, and then the words can be up on that giant screen that's over there, and
Yeah.
so everyone can see it. Oh, yeah.
How do you spell clitoris?
It's a big game of heads
That
up.
doesn't exist.
What is this word?
Sorry. Oh man! All right, yeah, it's a good time. Let's set that up.
Good indeed.
We'll do that Megaton in a few weeks.
There you go.
We'll come out here and have some adult spelling bee.
So, what do we have coming up? Is that what we're going to talk about next?
Yeah. Since we're talking about events, might as well give a sneak peek of what's happening in the vault.
Oh, well, April 18th, we have our big market affair event coming up again. We do many a year.
Yeah, we
That's
got
just
a
right around the corner.
shout out to Christina Terry and the Crunchy Cactus.
Christina Terry.
She's amazing. She gets all these vendors in here for her artisan market.
That's right. Many vendors. They put up 10 by 10 tents throughout all of our facility, inside and out. And it's kind of, we open up the doors and and many people show up and buy their artisanal things, whatever they make.
Beef jerky.
Anything you can imagine.
Charcuterie
Artisanal
boards,
beef jerky.
you know,
Yes, that's
Yes.
right.
coffee, elderberry gummies. You know, you name it, it's here.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no MLM stuff, so it's you know,
Everything's handmade or craft in some fashion. So it's a lot of fun.
That sounds good.
It is.
I need to get her contact info before we leave.
Yeah. And at the end of May, also, we're having kind of a special rodeo-inspired event. As you know, the rodeo was canceled again. And so we're going to have this, artisan market event with the rodeo vendors. And that'll be coming May 23rd, the end of May, near the end of May. And so that's a great opportunity to incorporate all of those vendors that have lost revenue opportunity from the cancellation. And then they're going to come here. We're going to put on all kinds of things. We're going to have all the food truck and live music and again, all of these vendors that come and bring their wares for the community to come out here and peruse and buy and drink beer.
Perfect.
That is high in alcohol.
Yep. Well, we're
Yes.
gonna go
Not
into
this mass appeal.
no.
This mass appeal is a-okay. It's one tap out of like 13,
Yes.
14.
Well, speaking about the rodeo, we're gonna have 3 weekends of rodeo-inspired concerts.
Yeah.
So,
Some
Oh, that's awesome.
themed concerts.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot more coming about that next week.
Yeah, we're coming out with all of that. We've got a website getting cranked up for it and all that, so you can find out what we're doing and when. And coming soon, we will talk about all of these things on this fabulous show.
Yep.
More to come.
More to come. Follow on Instagram, Facebook.
Yes, Instagram, Facebook. We
All of the
don't do
above.
the Twitter.
Yeah,
So
no, not really.
It's kind of Twitter's a hard one for businesses. Like,
Yeah.
I put Twitter as a great way to communicate customer service back and forth, but then nobody ever does. So
yeah,
it's-
I'm just not snarky enough. It's just
I don't know if that's a fit for us.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
Instagram,
We-
Facebook.
we tweet, and occasionally something will catch fire where someone's like,
yeah.
and then I was like, whoa, something's going on the Twitter.
Yeah.
This is exciting. But yeah, I mean, my life is mainly spent on Instagram and Facebook
Yeah.
for
With
the
all
most
of our
part.
photography things, I find Instagram is really the cool photos of the beer splashing and all of that.
Well, this place is a very visually friendly place.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, everything is really
compliment,
like
yeah.
it's good for the everything. Like, it's good for the eye. Like,
Yeah.
I was going through your stuff like before we came, and I was just like, it's like, look at this place. This place is like this well lit video game Nirvana nightclub. You know, I can only imagine you throw like a band in here and
That's it.
like a good party and you also have the patio area.
Yeah.
Which we aren't even there, but like
Yeah.
that's awesome too.
When the rain happens, that is really a lifesaver. Because
the covered patio.
Well, we have a food truck out
Yeah.
there, and you can go and stay out of the rain and still keep your drink on, and you don't have to get rained out. So that's always good. And sometimes, whenever it rains real hard, you get stranded here. And if you ever get stranded because of flood, getting stranded at a brewery is the place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Other than, of all places, when Harvey came in, I had friends that got stranded at Rudyard's.
Yeah.
That turned out really well for them, being stranded at Rudyard's.
That is awesome.
Yeah. All right, let's take another break because, man, again, Chris and I, we're out of beer.
I know, right?
We'll
What's
fix
going
this.
on, man? Let's fix this. We're at Megaton Brewery hanging out. This is Drink of Ages. Be right back. Special announcement from Platypus Brewery. F off, mate. The latest taproom release is an American Hefeweizen that is chalky in appearance, generously dry hopped, imparting citrus and stone fruit flavors in a light and refreshing beer. Very easy on the palate. Also hitting the taproom at Platypus is Rough End of the Pineapple, a pineapple jalapeno sour. It sounds crazy, but it works very well, especially when you pair it with the chicken wings. Food specials all week long, including Chicken Parmy Tuesdays, Surf and Turf Wednesdays, Texas Barbecue Thursdays, and Fish and Chips Fridays. PlatypusBrewing.com, open Tuesdays through Sunday. SPINDLETAP Brewery has partnered with Texas EquiSearch, and on March 20th we'll be releasing Lost is Not Alone IPA and having a citywide fundraiser with bars across the Houston area, tapping Lost is Not Alone and everyone donating much needed funds to assist in covering the cost of searches. If you are not familiar with Texas EquiSearch, the organization was created in August 2000 with a purpose to provide volunteer search and recovery for lost and missing persons. SPINDLETAP is very happy to be able to help. Look for Lost is Not Alone March 20th at SPINDLETAP Brewery and in the good beer bars across Houston the following week. Eureka Heights has been making interesting and approachable and fun beer since 2016. If you like awards, they got them. How about 2 gold medals at the Great American Beer Festival, the largest beer competition in the United States? The beers include flagships like Buckle Bunny Cream Ale, one of my all-time favorites, Mini Boss IPA, to seasonals like Neon Moon Belgian Single, plus launching soon, Fizzy Pants Hard Seltzer. You can find their tasty beverages all across Houston or at the tap room located in the Heights. The tap room is currently open Thursday through Sunday and is probably jamming out to some yacht rock right now, keeping it smooth and mellow. Eureka Heights, grab some beers and some high fives. Our friends up in Porter at Backpew Brewing Company is making some great beers and doing it in an old snake handling, speaking in tongues church. The well water has been blessed and used to make both Sinners and Saints lineup. Up next is Me Beer. This is going to be a blonde Doppelbock weighing in at a nice 10% ABV. This limited release will be available beginning of April. Also in April, put on your calendar Saturday, April 3rd, and come out to the Backpew to celebrate 5 years of them making some great beers. If you've never been out to the sanctuary, you need to come check them out. Backpew Brewing Company. You're listening to Drink of Age Radio Show. We're hanging out at Megaton Brewery. Jered
It's Jered Montgomery, John.
Hold on a second.
Those beers
Jered
are taking
Montgomery,
hold, John.
Chris Sarvadi, hanging out.
Hey, you got the harder one correct.
Well, the thing though is that I've known Jered for a really long time, and I know how to say his name.
Yes.
But this coffee stout that I'm drinking right now may
Really?
have played a small part.
yeah.
The Double D coffee stout.
Yeah, Double D.
Yeah, we had some fringe just open up down the road, so.
What ABV is that? 8.8?
A certain donut shop
It is 8.8.
Double D?
giving us plenty of beans and pastry stouts coming soon.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Little munchkin flight on the way.
Oh yeah.
This is a really good coffee stout, by the way. And I was looking at it thinking, like looking over the menu of all the different things I want to try and drink, and I went, you know what's going to be good right now? Coffee. And so went with the coffee stout
More than one
for the
trip.
final segment.
More than one trip, I think, to go through the whole menu, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is the after show.
Well, John, we leave here and we take all the stouts and we get a little of them all together. Just mix them in one.
Oh, okay. An Uber stout. I
Yeah,
got
a
it.
little
Yeah.
suicide right there.
Ooh, man. It's like the old icy machine, right? Yeah.
Down the line we go.
Mix it all with stouts. We did that one
Call
night
it
at the
Fat
pub.
Man Stout in Fallout language. Thank you.
Over at the pub one night, we poured just like what would it taste like with 32 different beers mixed in one pitcher. So we did. We from sours to stouts and everything else that was on at the pub. Sit there and put a little bit in the pitcher, poured it in little 5-ounce glasses, and a bunch of us that were sitting around, we drank it, and it's like, that tastes like a really nice brown ale. I was expecting something completely worse, or it was just.
It's like all the colors
Well, you
together.
never
Yeah,
know.
it just
Great.
turned into this like, hey, this is actually kind of drinkable. It isn't bad.
Well, it's funny. So at the brewery, people will do this all the time. Like at No Label, they'll take our barrel aged wheat heavy, or our peanut butter chocolate time, and they'll be like, hey, let's pair this with your coffee stout because maybe a little peanut butter and coffee.
Yeah.
And we'll accommodate. It's like, sure, same price point, right? So like, sure, you want, and then next thing you know, sometimes these little creations take form. And then our brewers will be like, all right, but how do we do this for real and not like this Frankenstein version?
Instead of blending.
Yeah.
You know who does that very well? Saloon Door.
Yep.
They actually have a side menu of all their beers, like different beers cuvee together. So you can like just this beer and this beer makes this beer. And
Are they kegging those?
no, they're not kegging them. They're actually mixing them, and they're like, well, we tried to replicate some of these, but we can't make it in the brewery taste as good as actually blending the two beers together.
That's funny. I did not know that. When we were at Valentine's on Sunday, like Val and his wife, they had a benefit for someone who had lost, I guess, their house during the freeze.
Yeah, sure.
And Val was like hurting, dying. I was like, where were you last night? Oh, I was at Saloon Door. I was like, it's like, oh yeah, you look. I've never seen you this bad. He's like, don't worry, brother. 2 waters. I get a beer in my system. I'll be good to go. And sure as all hell, like
It was only one water. He was good to go.
Yeah.
he rebounded like
That's a
phoenix.
tough trek to make. We've done that before, and it's like, whoa.
Well, once you're in that part of, like any end of town, like once you're within that window of, because Saloon Door, what is that, 20 minutes to Valentine's?
Yeah, it's just 45 South right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like over here. It's like well, do we go to back pew? I mean, kind of like you can map out the region. And
Yeah.
Houston's so large that like there's all these pockets of these great breweries and these great areas that like once you park yourself in a place for a day, it's like I went to Hop Stops, finale, and I was there, and then and I was like, I saw Leo there, formerly SPINDLETAP, now at Backview, and Leo was like, oh, you should head up and finally check out Back. I was like, I need to. And I go up there because I know church and yada yada yada, and sure as all hell, it was a tremendous amount of people and live music and whatever. Like, this is great,
And you didn't come here.
guys.
Yeah.
I was wondering where the story was going.
Yeah.
Guys, don't make this awkward.
What the hell?
We're only
I
a
mean-
mile and a half away.
Guys,
Yeah, absolutely.
listen.
Go drink some beers over at Backpew. I mean, it's a great place, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we're open late.
But
right
actually,
across the street.
there are a number of breweries now. This area does have, quite. You can do, the bus tour now, or you can, brewery hop and all of that. And just a few years ago, that wasn't the case. It's a lot, and it's just not here, of course. But
Well, this whole
Our area in
Humboldt,
particular.
Kingwood area
Yeah.
now. I mean, Ingenious popped up, and you guys popped up, Backpew, and now you have Lake Houston.
That's right.
Deca just
Yeah.
opened up,
that's just new.
and they're having a grand opening coming up sometime soon.
I think they just had.
Yeah,
theirs.
they
Well,
just
they have
their-
they have some their soft openings and everything, but their grand opening is happening in April.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah,
So-
I love when the buses call and Jared's like, "We're not last, right?"
Yeah, I don't want to be last.
It's like, no,
Like,
no,
you
of
know,
course.
1, 2, and 3, we're in the good position. We have a very strict no sleeping on the pool table policy here.
Yes.
I don't
As a
agree
result
with
of that, yeah, it's very lumpy. The
Yeah.
pool balls, not a place to
Massaging.
sleep, guys. Yeah, not okay.
Well, I
Don't
think
do
it's
that.
great. Like Houston, though, like in the past few years, like there's definitely a tremendous amount of room to grow, and like COVID did this weird, what the hell. But all these pockets, all these areas of Houston, like I think I look at the northwest side a lot, in the Jersey Village area, where like Senate Avenue is, and 11 Below, and Fire Ant, and like Fortress, kind of if you can, like all these places are just exploding across the map. So everywhere, like. It's like beer exploration in the city that you live in, but like it still takes
is.
20, 30 minutes to get from. Like I was like, No Label technically is in Harris County by a hair, and I was like, I'm just turning to the other end of Harris.
Yeah,
I mean, now that 99's open, I can get to No Label in about
Yeah.
35, 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's about
You
right.
know?
but I always feel it's a resurgence. It's breweries coming up now that represent their local communities, and that was really before the 70s and 80s consolidation and corporate beer. That's the way it was. And so that's really a resurgence. It's coming back to that now, where communities have their own breweries that reflect their own tastes and area. And that's what I love about all of the exploding growth across Houston.
Well, ideally, that does exactly what the show's trying to do, right? Is just remind people that there is probably a brewery not that far from their house. If you live in Houston, you're listening to the show, then you probably have a neighborhood brewery you need to go check out. And so many times, people don't even know they exist.
Yeah, and something for you that you might like. Not every place is going to be to your style or what you prefer, but there's something out there for you. As diverse and different and in location, all the breweries
Yeah.
around everywhere now.
Well, and Jared grew up here, so it's like this is his hometown.
Yeah, I mean, I opened a brewery in my hometown. I love that.
Wait a second, where are you from?
Yeah, no, I went to high school here. And,
I'm from Dallas.
yeah, we don't talk about that, guys.
Turn off the cameras.
This is my second home, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, my second home's Kingwood.
Can we strike that from the record?
Kevin's gonna cut it out. I'm from.
But I used to go.
Like, oh,
I used to go to
excellent.
Tired Hands in Philadelphia. Please, go easy on me.
There's some good. I'll be the nice guy. There are some great breweries in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
some
true.
really good beers being made up there.
Yeah,
And
Hey, for a long time we
that was Fort Worth. Never mind.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
yeah.
We
We have
a
to talk
feisty
about
blonde, like all day
Petty
long.
Colas. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
Come on.
Petty
I know.
Colas.
I'm
Petty Colas
joking.
is
I'm
like-
joking.
We carried their beer for a long time, for
Yep.
them and
Community.
Community Ale and Turning Point and Celestial and now Vector, big one coming up. So
Yep. There's
lot of
Manhattan
good-
Project.
yeah, Manhattan Project.
Manhattan
you know,
Project's
that's like
good. I was
our
just
little
up there.
sister.
Visited those guys.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love their place. So
Indeed.
That's the fun thing about right now is like no matter where you travel to, in Texas and even other states, like we're in Arkansas, so it's like, all right, well, there's like 3 breweries around us now.
Mm-hmm.
Called my
Let's go check 'em
sister
out.
my wife. My wife's my sister.
Strike that from the record.
Muskrat, get rid of that.
The Arkansans and West Virginians, they're all very offended.
Actually, that's Alabama. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, Alabama is Uncle Grandpa.
I tell you what.
Is man,
I'm not
this
associated with any of these
Oh,
comments.
that just went somewhere.
We're too soon to end this segment, so
Yeah.
no, they're. You're right. I do enjoy the fact that you can go to different parts of the city, and typically, no matter where you go to, like I said, Jersey Village, there was nothing out there. Like it just, like, why would you ever go to Jersey Village except for maybe to play golf? And then all of a sudden, there's breweries there.
Well, I mean,
and
Well,
great
like,
restaurants.
Well, the owner of Senate Avenue is the mayor of Jersey Village, and he often like talks about how like he's like, hey, I'm a really important guy.
Well,
I'm the mayor of Jersey Village.
you
I
know,
mean,
hey.
but he's very the way he says it's like, come on, I'm the mayor. You know, like
right.
he knows exactly like how it looks and everything, and like it's. Everywhere you go around Houston, all these breweries that are popping up, they're great. They're very reflective of the neighborhoods,
Yeah.
like that they're in, and they're always paying homage to those neighborhoods or just making fun of themselves.
Yep.
So
Well, I'm going to have to do a shameless plug real quick. You know, I go to Jersey Village to go to Pro Edge Paintball, you know, because we do have a paintball team.
We
here
do.
At Megaton. So we're called the Wastelanders, you know,
Nice.
and we're up and coming. So, you know, that's one of our things that we do here. We're trying to, like, you know, go into different things like paintball, streaming, all the other things.
Anything
So-
to shoot your friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, shoot 'em in the face, you
It's
know,
the
whatever.
best.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
It really is the best.
Yeah.
You can do video games here.
Yep.
You get a paintball gun. and
Yeah, just
anything to shoot your friends in the face.
Exactly. Exactly, you know. So, you know, go to Senate Avenue and go to Pro Edge and then go out to paintball field and shoot each other. It's
there
fun.
you go.
It's more fun when we have beer. in
Maybe
hand,
take a
too.
swing at 11 below. Go
Dude,
go
yeah,
paintball
yeah,
then.
right?
I'm talking to you, Jeff, if you're listening.
I don't know who Jeff is, but yes.
Is there
It's one of
a
the,
brewery opening up soon anywhere that we haven't talked about?
Probably.
Well, what's the one in Tomball coming up
Just-
next? Pretty close in.
Oh, from
there's a-
from the ex-car
Frankenbolts?
Yeah.
Frankenbolts.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
then Frosttown too. I just saw them pop up on Instagram. Little shout out to them.
So that Frankenbolts, yeah, it's going in right next to John and I have a mutual friend. He's very Croatian. He's very super horny all the time. He likes to drink, and that brewery's going in right next to his house.
That sounds really weird when you say it like that.
Well, he is like he's a very he loves.
He's Croatian and he likes Fernet.
Yes, that's true. But that brewery's going in right next to his house. He couldn't be more excited.
Oh yeah.
He's like I can walk there or bike.
Or not? Yeah. Not walk. Stumble home.
What's going on at Megaton? What's coming up?
So we've got our arson market on the April 18th,
April 18th.
and then our 1 year anniversary. So
Which
it's really
was
our-
robbed from us, obviously.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
our second anniversary technically, but
Yeah.
you know we're gonna redo
Twice the fun.
That's right.
Re-anniversary. Yeah.
So that's the 24th. We're gonna have I think we're gonna have a School of Rock here,
School of Rock.
and then we're gonna have some cool beers on tap and have a good time.
Strong beers on tap.
Cooler than the beers that are already on tap.
That's right. Yeah.
High.
Deathclaw might not be there, but you know something cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And some easy drinking ones, too. We
yeah.
won't do all of
it's
that.
it's hot. You know, it's gonna be.
Just
That's
a
true.
little Vault Boy.
Yep.
Is there a beer called Vault Boy?
No, well, that's my nickname. So
No,
okay.
no.
you know, that's my email vaultboy@megatonbeer.com.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah.
We do. We all have nicknames here.
Yes.
John, these are all Fallout references.
Yes. His is not. His is Captain Pint. You know.
Yeah. You don't have to call me that. It's weird.
No, he likes it.
No,
It's
for
okay.
now on, I will.
It's Captain Pint.
Captain Pint.
CPT Pint at megatonbeer.com.
I'm changing your name in my phone at this minute.
Yeah, that's coming up. Big rodeo thing's important
Yeah.
for us.
Mhm.
You know, but in the future, I think coming up for us is the shelf. We're about to start distribution soon.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, nice.
that's another thing that was robbed from us. We didn't really get that chance to grow to the shelf before the shutdown. And being shut down for almost 9 months will certainly hinder your activities, I have found. So we have a canning system that we've just installed, and we're going to start putting those things together for the shelf in grocery stores and other places really right around the corner, right? So look out, here we come.
Are
Yeah.
these labels in the building? Because I
So-
want to find them.
And so
They
yes.
are not in the building. They're on my computer at home. So they are locked up. Last time we had a label in the building, it snuck out on us.
Oh, wow.
Apparently early.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Because everything about this brewery is a lot of fun, and everything about the signage and the branding is a lot of
Yes.
fun. And I want to get my eyes on these
Well,
things.
Well, you mix it out with some really good beers, man. It's a great place to come. So if you've never been to Megaton, you definitely need to come out to. It's not that far. I mean, like, even from downtown, it's 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Right off North Park.
20, 22 minutes.
yeah. I mean, hey, we go downtown to go
not
visit
bad.
everyone else. So come
Yeah,
our way.
come up to Megaton, man. It's a really badass spot.
Yeah, thank you.
And follow us on Facebook, Instagram. So you can see what's going on every weekend, and
Yeah.
we always have new beer releases. So
That's right, all the time.
Yep.
Live music.
what we got this weekend? What we got beer release wise this weekend?
So this weekend we're going to have a kind of a lighter version of our Atomic Chariot. That's coming up, and we're going to take some of that and condition it with lemon and blueberries. And then we also have a sour that we're going to do the same with. And then we have a couple of lighter beers. We have very light German ale that's coming up, as well as a Kolsch and cream ale blend.
Damn,
So
all
those
those light offerings.
Those are going to be some a little bit of different for us.
Well, don't be ashamed about it.
We're gonna prepare for summer. And,
Well, the
and
Kolsch
don't
and cream
worry,
ale is special.
is special.
It's we can't talk about it. But
we cannot and we will not, but we will soon talk about
Yes.
that. What that's
All
all
right.
about.
it'll be
Fun.
Well, follow them on social media, Megaton Brewery. Just look them up. All the events, everything that's going on up here. There's a lot happening up here off North Park. Come out, check them out. Come drink some pints.
yes, please do. Please do.
All right. Well, Chris, Jered, man, appreciate you guys
Thanks,
having
guys.
us out. Thanks for being great hosts, man. We had some fantastic beers. We're going to probably continue to have some fantastic beers.
Absolutely.
And
It's required.
it's just part of the show, right?
That's right.
It's
That's
like
right.
the fifth,
And the after show.
This is
The
like
fifth
the fourth
segment.
time we've been on this show. Third time, fourth time.
easily.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. And all we've done is improve every time.
Exactly. Exactly.
I want to thank everybody for listening to this week's show. You can listen to any of those shows sponsored by No Label Brewing Company. Tom, actually, what's going on over there? What you guys got?
Well, so we just did the Don Jalapeno release with Blood Brothers. We have our triple IPA, which you have had dangerously.
Man, it's so good.
It's so good. It's crawfish time, so it's crawfish and live music. It's every weekend at the tap room until we can't do it anymore. Next week we have a Belgian IPA coming out, followed by a Belgian Tripel, which our head brewer is really excited about.
Jared
So,
would be excited about that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anytime is a good time. If the sun is shining and it's blue skies, it's a great time at No Label Brewing Company. That sounded very official. Like I wrote
That
it.
was really good.
I think you need to stop talking right now.
Yeah.
Did you write that down
Before you
somewhere?
say something.
I need more of
Yeah.
this beer.
Yeah, wait a minute.
All right,
Megaton
you can-
beer's making you sound so good,
it's working. It's working.
Good job, guys.
All right. Go to drinkofage.com, listen to the old shows, and go to YouTube, watch the videos. We'll talk to everybody next week. We will be at Platypus Brewery next
God.
week. Good luck to all. It's a great place.
Drink up!
John Burgerstock is a friend of mine. He is the founder of Key T Wellness. John, tell us about low T and like side effects and what exactly it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I guess, lack of education out there today regarding guys and their testosterone levels. There's also a little bit of a stigma surrounding that, so we're often reluctant to even talk about it, much less go get it checked. But basically, low testosterone is, levels of testosterone that's verified with a blood test, and if your levels are below a certain point, we're labeled as having low testosterone. Basically, that's what it means to have low levels, and a lot of guys are aware it affects a lot of things about how we feel, how we kind of operate, our key hormone for men. So, low levels can affect us starting in our mid-30s and beyond. It gets worse as the years go by. Statistically, they say we lose our testosterone levels drop 1 to 2% per year after the age of 35, which is 10 to 20% per decade of life. It's pretty significant by the time you get into your 40s and 50s. You're definitely feeling that at some point, and a lot of guys are feeling it and don't even know that that's what it is. They just want to, have the energy they once felt and be their normal selves again, and, restoring your testosterone levels to what would be considered an optimized level will make a difference for them. So we focus on getting a guy's levels to what would be considered an optimized level, not just a normalized level.
Well, it's just one of those things that guys don't want to talk about, because it is their manhood. Somehow they tie it to all that, but in reality, it is just another hormone in your body that keeps it driving. Without it, or if it's really low, then you are not optimized running machine like you should be. It's just as important as knowing your cholesterol numbers, just as important as knowing your prostate screening numbers, and you need to know your testosterone number.
Yeah, absolutely. And, for a simple $10 test, we're running a special this month. You can come in here and get your testosterone level checked for $10. Normally we charge $50 for the test just to kind of cover our expenses. If a person is deemed treatable based on that criteria, there's certain criteria that have to be met with that number and some presence of the symptoms, of course, that fee goes towards the cost of your treatment.
Well, I definitely recommend everybody stopping in and taking advantage of the $10 testosterone screening, and then talk to John and talk to the crew over here at Key T and see if there's something that will work for you and make you just make yourself feel better. Key T Wellness, check them out at keytwellness.com and give them a call.